anyone can learn to code. In this lesson, we're going to discuss a brand new concept, RubyGems. RubyGems are simply pieces of software written in Ruby that have been uploaded to the internet so that they can be easily downloaded by other users. What these pieces of software do, these gems, vary greatly among all the different gems out there. Again, RubyGems are just pieces of software written in Ruby, so just as there are many different types of software, there are as many different types of gems. Most RubyGems get uploaded to this site, rubygems.org. The main purpose of rubygems.org is to serve as this online container that holds all of the different gems on the web so that other users can easily download them. But interestingly enough, you don't use the actual website to download the gems. Instead, you use the terminal. The main thing you can do on this website is to search through the various gems available. You can do so by clicking on this gems link. Let's now download a gem onto our computer. I'm going to search for a gem called Rainbow Hash. I happen to know of its existence because I created it. I wrote some code in Ruby and uploaded it as a gem to this site so that others can benefit from it. Most of the time, the main documentation for using a gem is not on rubygems.org, but on some other site, usually on GitHub, one of the most popular websites for hosting code on the web. If we click here on the homepage link, we'll be brought to the GitHub page that shows us exactly how to use this particular gem. Let's read the documentation. Documentation for most code on GitHub is found in this section called the README. If we scroll down, we can see that the README is not too long at all, although some gems have very long and extensive READMEs if they are more complex pieces of software. But Rainbow Hash is actually very, very simple. Let's read the docs. This simple gem takes a structure of arrays and hashes and produces a display in your terminal that makes it easy to parse with your eyes. Installation. Install it, in other words download it, by running the following command from your terminal. Now it says to type into your terminal gem install rainbow hash. Do not type in this $sign. This $sign simply represents the command prompt in the terminal. Every terminal might have a different command prompt. My command prompt is all this with the $sign. So they're just putting the $sign to say, here's the code that you should put after the $sign. So we could actually copy and paste this. Note that in this particular example, Rainbow Hash has an underscore as opposed to a dash. We'll just paste it in there, gem install Rainbow Hash. And it successfully installed it. Let's go back to the documentation. If you use RBEnv to manage your Ruby versions, you may have to run this command. If you have no idea what RBEnv is at this time, don't worry about it. Usage. From your terminal, run the rainbow command followed by your data structure surrounded by quotation marks. For example, if you wanted to view the following array in your terminal, so here's an array that contains a string called test, and the second element is a hash, and the hash has a key of A, a value of 1, a key of B, whose value is yet another array with the elements 2, 3, 4, and another hash. So basically we have a very nested data structure here. There are hashes inside arrays, inside hashes, inside of arrays, and it's really difficult to figure out what's going on simply by looking at it with your eyes. So this Rainbow Hash software is meant to make this process easier for you. So again, continuing this example, it says you would run rainbow followed by this. That is the same data that we had up here, except that it's inside quotation marks. And watch the results. So let's go ahead and try that. We're going to copy and paste it into our terminal. Again, do not include the $sign. Let's paste it in. And here we can see that it takes our data and prints it out in the terminal in an indented and colorful way to make it easy for us to view it. Again, Rainbow Hash is simply one of thousands upon thousands of Ruby gems out there. Gems are simply pieces of software written in Ruby There are many, many different kinds of gems that do many, many different kinds of things. In the next episode, we're going to encounter another Ruby gem.